Good morning. Let's check out the progress of this. I feel as a cantaloupe. It's gotten much bigger. So today, let's talk about. There's a little baby one. Let's talk about fear and courage. And the more I think about fear and the different fears that we have, the more I think that they're actually the same fear, which would be fear of change. And I will illustrate. Let's take fears that happen to us. Somebody can be afraid of aging, afraid of a natural disaster, afraid of a loved one passing. We can have a fear of losing our finances or illness, becoming disabled. So all of these fears are very legitimate, and there are things that can actually happen to us and we have no control over. And then there are the other fears, which could be afraid of ending or beginning a relationship, fear of making friends, fear of beginning or ending a job, a fear of learning a new skill, fear of driving, fear of crossing bridges, fear of so many things. And when we look at them up close, we realize that actually they are the same fear of change in circumstances. Because we're creatures of habit, and when we're used to a certain way, a change seems scary, even if it's for the better. Some people could be afraid of moving because they think, well, I already, have this established, and to start everything all over, what is it gonna be? So change is the ultimate thing, and it's not that change itself is scary, but the unknown is scary. And also letting go of that old self, because we know that the new circumstances are going to change us. So it will be like shedding a skin. And who am I going to be? Like, it's so unknown. It's going to be scary, and I don't know if I'm ready for this. I'd rather stay in the comfort of what I know and is familiar. And I feel a lot of people are deterred by change and stay in fear, even though if they face the fear, it can improve their circumstances greatly and help them grow. And at least in my experience, whenever I have faced my fear and done something that I have been afraid of and it has brought about change, it usually has been for the better. And it's also very empowering when you do something that you thought, wow, I could never do that, and you do it and it's good for you. And then you're like, oh, I did that, and it's not so scary. And sometimes they have to do it over and over. Like even when I started taking nude self-portraits with plants, although there were self-portraits and there was nobody else involved, it felt awkward and weird to take nude photos of myself. But then it was fun, like a game, and I got used to it and didn't think anything about it. It felt awkward and weird to share that with people. But then I got used to it, and now it's not anymore. So I guess the question here would be, would you want to grow and expand? And if so, then we do have to face the fear and do the thing anyway, even if we're afraid. And sometimes we have to do it a couple of times and still feel the fear. But as long as it's not something that is endangering us and actually not good for us, it can be very healthy and help us grow in tremendous ways to do the thing we're afraid of. And it makes me think of the Anais Nin quote that I love, that life shrinks and expands in proportion to one's courage. So to move from fear into love and have that expansion in our life, to try new things, to say no to what no longer serves us, to realize that everything has its season, to accept life's challenges as they come our way and truly face them and learn and grow from them, requires a lot of courage. And courage, just like anything else, it's a muscle we can keep practicing. And a good exercise for welcoming more change would be to do little changes in our routine daily. And let's say you're used to waking up at a certain time, wake up at a different time. You have a certain routine, change it up a little bit. There is a place that you never go to, start going there. And the more we insert those tiny little changes in our day-to-day life and get used to them and see like, oh wait, that's not so scary, I feel the easier it would be to handle bigger changes and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it a try. And I can handle it. I handled all this other stuff before, so why not? I can handle this as well.